Hello, my name is Vytautas Bučionis. Welcome to the Bučionis Banter channel. I'm talking to you here from the Angrignon Park, which is a very nice urban park of my district of Montreal, La Salle. In fact, it really is akin to a nature park, and that really reminds me of the urban parks of many Lithuanian cities, even the most industrial towns where you're likely to have urban sprawl. Even there, the parks, the local urban parks, they're really nature parks. You have so much biodiversity, and when you're in these parks, you really feel like you're not in the middle of an urban setting. And this is really the case with Angrignon Park. One of the bird species of interest that are very abundant here is northern cardinal, and I would like to share with you some experiences I've had recently in this park earlier in March. The first recording session I've had was on March the 19th, and I was fortunate enough to be able to experience complete spectacles of cardinal conversations. It was really epic. The first recording I would like to show you, it contains a particular song theme. I like to call the song material song themes, because these are themes that are used akin to musical themes during melodies. So with birdsong it's kind of similar. So there is a lot of the song theme that I call the downward sliding theme, the one that starts with tew tew, and it varies from cardinal to cardinal and to community, and here we're able to hear at least 3 different varieties. So the closest cardinal here does a sort of variant where the upward sliding units, they start higher and then leap lower. So there is like one unit that is high, and then the rest of them are low. Whereas its neighbor, it does another version of that variant of that song theme, actually, that has lots of higher units and then lots of lower, faster units. And also one of the neighboring cardinals does other upward slide themes, including this woot that is very similar to some cardinals I've been hearing at Parc Nature de Bois de l'Île Bizarre, which is an actual nature park by its very denomination, Parc Nature, that I have been recording in earlier. So yeah, let's listen to this cardinal show. That was beautiful, huh? Next moment I would like to show you has cardinals that show off their different upward sliding themes, and we're able to hear three different individuals. And in this recording, you could really witness the richness of the song material just in that category alone. Now that was quite spectacular, huh? Later, we were able to. I say we because I'm here with my assistant, and I was with him, Ludwig Berger here, who's also a bird recorder. And by the way, I'm going to attach a link to his channel because he does some very artistic sound recording. So yeah, we experienced also another cardinal spectacle that starts with what I call chordal themes, which are the kuch 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 kuch, and shorter downward sliding themes, tio 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 tio, and also something that I like to call the identity theme, which varies wildly from cardinal to another. And the one that does it here has a very specific version of the kind that I'm hearing for the first time. There is a series of chirpy units, and then there are these other bisyllabical units which are similar to other versions I've heard in La Salle, tico 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 tico. But the chirpy units are very similar to what I would normally hear after some bisyllabic or trisyllabic motifs, like in one cardinal I heard in 2013 at my residence. So let's hear this particular conversation of cardinals that is quite theatrical. Now that was really uplifting. So I also forgot to mention that along with these cardinals, we hear a Carolina wren. And this is the case in the second recording. It does a kuti 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 kuti. And in the third recording, the Carolina wren is the one that does a tilki 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 tilki. And how to distinguish the Carolina wren? They tend to not vary their pitches at least by much from unit to unit, so it becomes almost like an obsessional kind of song, whereas with cardinals you usually have variation in pitch from unit to unit. So here you have it. This is a really fruitful recording session on March the 19th, 2026, and it goes to show how signs of spring really show through the sounds we're hearing. So in times when it's not necessarily evident in terms of temperature or in terms of less snow or less ice, you hear it at least in the birdsong. And even in terms of temperature, I find that comes March, there are more warm temperatures. And these temperatures certainly seem generally warm enough for cardinals. Thank you so much for listening to the Buccioni's Banter channel. I will have another episode about cardinals from the same Angrignon Park from March 24th in the next episode. I also have a Patreon page where I talk about linguistic diversity among cardinals. Like I talk about different things regarding birding, but by text. Like I don't make videos there because that's according to my possibilities. That's what I've decided to do. Often when you're blind, you have an X amount of options and you have to make do with these options. But the reason why I'm talking about this page of mine is that there is a series about linguistic diversity among cardinals, and all these different terms I use, like upward sliding themes and downward sliding themes and choral themes and identity themes. I talk about what I mean by them and their different varieties I've been hearing and recording. And with these different descriptions, you can listen to recordings that I've attached. And every episode is essentially a walk in the different communities of cardinals in which I've been recording. And in the future, in the Buccioni's Banter channel, in video form, and in my Patreon page, Vytautas Buccionis, birding musician. The spelling you can see right on the caption in this video. I'll be uploading more and more content, so follow me whichever way you prefer. Thank you very much. See you soon.